So let's say you're ready to start creating content. Maybe you've got your ideas, you know exactly what you want to talk about, but you're really still kind of stuck on how to get going. In this video, I want to share 5 ideas that you can do to easily make videos. Now, I don't want to give the impression that it's just easy to make videos, but I think these are really simple ways that if you think about it, you go, oh yeah, I could do that, I could do that. And that may take some of the stress and the pressure off so you can start creating. First up, repurpose old content like presentations and talks. Believe it or not, if you've ever given a talk, especially something where you had like a PowerPoint presentation, or I don't use PowerPoint, I use like either Google Slides or other programs, but it doesn't matter. You get the point. If you have any type of talk that you've done, you could repurpose that as a YouTube video. It doesn't even matter if you gave it as a webinar or something like that. Just think about, oh, wait a minute, this is something that I know about, I want to talk about, I want to share about, and you could repurpose that. I mean, I've had the opportunity to speak at different events, mostly virtual, and a lot of those, they want you to do a presentation. So what I do is I build my presentation, and then they want you to present over it. Well, think about that. I could go back and take those presentations, and then I could literally do a video around that. Let's say you don't have the slides at all. That's okay. As long as you have that talk, don't hesitate to repurpose that as a video. Use a flip chart or a whiteboard. Yeah, and when I say flip chart, I'm actually talking about the big white paper flip charts. You know, they're paper, and you get a big fat pen and you write on it. I have seen channels, they'll use their flip charts and they'll write their points on there. And that is an easy way to create content. Again, you whatever it is you want to talk about, you could have some notes. In fact, you could even have some of the pages already done. I've seen people do that where they'll write a little and they'll flip over. You've probably seen presentations done like this, and there's their notes. Now, you can do the same thing with a whiteboard. Wherever your office is or whatever your studio is, let's say you've got access to a whiteboard, and you can even get these like portable whiteboards you put on an easel. What I would recommend is get like a big fat pen, like, you know, one of those dry erase markers, make sure it's dry erase. And literally, you could write your points up there when you were talking. And if you fill it up, just erase it and keep going. So don't worry about like, well, it's an erase board or a flip chart. It doesn't matter. If that's what helps you get your video done and your points across, do it. Another idea is just do a one-take straight to camera talk, which is what I'm doing right now, which is a perfect segue to tell you about today's sponsor, Riverside. Riverside is a very powerful video production studio that lives in your browser. So it really doesn't matter if you're on a PC or a Mac. Once you sign up, you can record. In fact, this video right here that you're watching was recorded 100% in Riverside. You can do things like multi-track editing, which is really cool. It's just a way to separate your tracks, like your video and your audio, and then you can edit either one or both. They have a ton of AI tools that affect your voice, makes it sound a lot better. You can even take out ums and ahs and pauses, and all of this is built in. And that's not all. You can change the look of it. You can even add things like captions. You can add overlays, which could be stock footage. You can even bring in video as well and add that to your video too. And after you've shot this maybe in beautiful landscape 16:9, if you want to make it vertical or square, you can do that again with their built-in AI tools. So if you want to check out Riverside, there's a link down below, and make sure you use the code Kevin Colby at checkout, and you can save 15% off on any paid subscription. Link down below, use that code, and I think you'll like Riverside. So a one-take video is just like this. You're looking at your camera and you're saying whatever you want to say in one long take. Like I've mentioned with Riverside, if you want to go in and edit it, it's very simple to do. In fact, because of their text-based editing, it makes it even crazy simple. Let me back up. This isn't about just getting videos out there, but if you know kind of what you want to talk about and you write some bullet points and notes, like for example, I have notes just to the left of me. I'm going to look at them right now. And there you go. And one of the mistakes I think I see people make is that they apologize for using their notes. Here's the thing. Don't. If you have notes, use them. Somebody asked me in one of my videos about where did I have my notes, because I referenced them, and a lot of times I may have them to the side of my camera or under my camera. In this case, I'm using my full screen, and I have Riverside on one side, and I have my notes on the other side. So if I need them, I glance at them, and I come right back. Don't let having to look at notes or having notes bother you for that. This isn't about using a prompter. This is about just having your thoughts in your head, what you want to talk about, what you know about, hit record, and then just go for it. Another way is focus on showing something. Now, this might work really, really well if you do crafts or something like that. So let's say that you paint or you sew or you do, let's say you do little miniature models. I used to have one of my producers did little miniature foods. It was amazing what she could do. I mean, literally, it looked like little bitty burgers and sushi and stuff like that. And they were so tiny. So imagine if she wanted to do YouTube videos about that, but she didn't want to be on camera. Well, show that. Now, you heard me say didn't want to be on camera. So this is a great way to do faceless videos too. I'm all about connecting this way, but if you really don't want to be on camera, but you want to create, a simple way is show what you're talking about. I'm a visual learner, so if you're going to teach me about how to do something on my truck, which would probably be a mistake since I always take mine to a mechanic, but show me that. And you could use a webcam, you could use your phone. It doesn't have to be fancy to show me what you're talking about, but just think about that. So focus on the thing that you're teaching more than anything else. Another way, just go live. I've been live streaming for a long time. I love live streaming. Even wrote a book about it called Live Streaming Made Easy. If you're interested in that, there's a link down below. But I get it, that the thought of going live, and maybe this happens to you, your chest gets a little, the heart rate goes up and your eyes kind of go back. I can't go live. But here's the thing. You could have some notes prepared. You could have some graphics prepared or not. You go live and you talk for as long as you want to or as short as you want to. For example, I know of a real estate agent. I mean, I don't personally know him, but he has really grown his channel and his business by going live every morning, and he just talks about financial news. Real estate news. And that's what he does. And I'm sure in the real estate world, just like financial world, there's always going to be something he can talk about. Sometimes he has guests on, sometimes it's just him. But you could do the same thing. You could create some notes based on it. Now, I'm not recommending you go live every day unless you have topics or a channel that's about something daily, like daily news that you want to get out there all the time. But it's not about quantity. It's not about how many times you do it. It's about just hitting live, doing what you need to do, and then you can be done. And the thing about live is you can always, especially on YouTube, go back later and edit the live if you want to. Now, there's some caveats to doing that, but that's a different video. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of other different ways, but I think these are 5 of the simple ways to get you started creating content like right now. And that's the whole point. It's not about being polished or being perfect. I mean, again, there were some even mistakes in this video as well, because I ain't perfect at all. You don't have to tell me that in the comments. I know that. It's about getting it out there. It's about getting the reps in. It's about getting more comfortable with it so you can start building that library. You can start building that confidence, and you can start sharing your gifts with the World Wide Web. So I hope this helps you get started. And if you need more help with YouTube, check out the videos on the screen now. I'm Kevin. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.